الرحيم قال رب اشرح لي صدري ويسر لي أمري واحلل عقدة من لساني يفقه قولي قال رب زدني علما لبيك يا حسين لبيك يا زينب. Again, I greet you all with the beautiful greeting of peace. Assalamu alaikum, peace be upon you all. It's never too much to say it, you know? Peace be upon all of you. That's what we need of more in the world today, so it's always a blessing to hear it. It's actually a prayer that we're praying for each other. Peace, inshallah. As Angie said, my name is Nasim Asgari. I'm a 20-year-old student and artist sometimes as well. Thank you for having me today. It's a blessing, and it's so amazing to hear the young voices of our community speaking. We need more of that. We need more spaces that create that space for them to feel comfortable to speak and to actually share their work and their art, which is very intimate work that they've been doing. So without further ado, I'm going to do a few pieces for you folks today. And something we like to hear is snaps or claps. Yeah, amazing, amazing. If hatred knocks at your door, greet it with a smile, but tell it it has come too late, for love is already having tea inside. I said, if hatred knocks at your door, greet it with a smile, but tell it it has come too late, for love is already having tea inside. He told me to go back to where I came from. Confused, I thought, I've been out of my mama's womb for exactly 20 years and 6 months. I don't know how I could possibly return, but if you have come up with a new mad scientific invention that can turn me into a chewed piece of clot and take me back deep to the miraculous tunnels I came from, I would love to see it. He told me this is Canada, and people who look or dress like me should have no business here. He felt the need to remind me of the country I'm in, as if the white color on the flag represents the color of the skin of the people who should belong here. Or maybe he thought I was bad at geography and failed all my classes despite the humble 90% average. He's probably still getting over the fact that I speak fluent English. She looked at me in disgust with my choice of attire, asking me why I would ever choose to enslave myself by covering and building barriers when freedom is supposedly this country's main goal and desire. So this one is to the men and women who find the need to rudely question my independently made life choices. To the women on the bus who'd rather die than sit next to what the media calls a potential terrorist. This is for the kids at school whose visions have been tainted with ignorance by puppets who have more control over them than their parents. This is for those who are discriminated against and abused on a daily basis. This is for those who are discriminated against on a daily basis. My name is Nasim Asgari. My first name means breeze and my last name means warrior. It pains me to have to translate my Iranian Arabic name into an imperial colonial tongue for all of you to understand it, for it loses its poetic merit, and translation is so weak it can't even compare to its shadow. My name is in the poems of Hafiz, Sadi, Sohrab, and Rumi, and as exotic as my name and its history may be to some, the media and several governments have labeled people who look or dress like me as terrorists. So as a Muslim Iranian girl, I have decided to unapologetically raise my voice and my pen, the most powerful weapons I own, and show the whole world otherwise. Yes, I'm that Muslim girl who's breaking their stereotypes on a daily basis. I refuse to accept that we're all the same, because we're not, and I don't want to fit into their system of robots and puppets, and it pains me. It pains me to have to think and question about whether I'd ever want to give birth to an innocent child who has to carry all the evil this world has built up in its spine, because what do I tell them? What do I tell them when they ask me why the media is selectively and systematically biased and the youth's role models continue to roll them and stone them and send them in the wrong one directions, but still I refuse to allow the demons to take over. So from an early age, I vow to teach my son that it's true that some men may be soldiers, but to remember that all women are warriors. I will teach my daughter to stand defiant, especially when the tides are stronger than ever, but I will let her know that even if she can't, it's okay, because her survival in itself is an act of resilience and courage. I will teach them that words are more than just words. I want them to radiate warmth in this world that has turned so freezing cold, so I will tell them both that when hatred knocks at your door, whether it be disguised as a man wearing shades of green or a normal human being, greet hatred with a smile, but tell it has come too late, for love is already having tea inside. If hatred ever dares to knock at your door, greet it with a smile, but look it dead in the eyes and tell it that it has come too late, because love is already having tea inside. Thank you. That was an older piece, but it's nice performing it for new audiences a lot of times and hearing it myself again. I feel like in the past couple years, I've adopted a lot of anger inside of me, and not to say that it's not rightful in a lot of ways. It's anger towards injustices that are going on, but it's a lot of people who remind me that love is still an answer, you know, it's still an option. But justice is also comes hand in hand with it as well. But yeah, I forget sometimes. Reminders are nice. I'm gonna do, how much more time do I have? 5 more minutes? Okay, so I'm gonna do one more piece. And then I'm also going to thank you all again for listening, and yeah. نمیدانم چرا هر کجا که رو میکنم فقط میبینم تو رو. در هر لحظه که میتونم که میدونم فقط کنم سخن از تو. نمیدانم چرا من فقط دانم اسم تو، ولی در ته دلم در عمق ذهنم ندارم خبر از تو، ندارم پاسخ از تو. من ندارم هیچ نشانی ز عشق از تو. وطن کجا، خانه کجا، دل کجا، عشق کجاست؟ وطن کجا، خانه کجا، دل کجا، عشق کجاست؟ This immigrant family pretends to be okay with Canada's freezing cold weather. But deep down, this immigrant family knows that despite the motherland's twisted politics and politricks, home is still better. This immigrant daughter asks immigrant father why he would ever leave a country he almost died fighting for in a war he lost his brothers. Immigrant mother occupies herself with house and community work, hiding the pain of missing being around her family, living next to her sisters and her mother. Immigrant brothers, they search to fill the void of having cousins and friends around. They fill the emptiness through drugs, violence, and narcotics. They're always on anger alert, these immigrant brothers, and I can't even blame them. This immigrant family pretends to be okay with Canada's freezing cold weather. وطن کجا، خانه کجا، دل کجا، عشق کجاست؟ وطن کجا، خانه کجا، دل کجا، عشق کجاست؟ This immigrant daughter Immigrant sister, immigrant girl, turning and turning and churning into woman, is stuck in between places, doesn't know where her place is, seems like outer space is the only place she'll feel at home, not in these earthly spaces where she doesn't even know where home is. So she found solace on empty spaces, in pages, in words, in art, knowing this too can sometimes feel like a curse. This too can sometimes feel like a curse, but this immigrant daughter writes this, immigrant daughter writes this, immigrant daughter writes, asking, Vatan koja, khane koja, dil koja, ishq kojast. Vatan koja, khane koja, dil koja, ishq kojast. Because we are the children who fell in between cracks. We are the children who fell in between cracks. We are the children who fell in between cracks, in between country maps, in between languages, cultures, oceans, borders, and fell out of the family back home's photographs, the ones who need to lose themselves to be found, the ones who drown themselves inside their own selves just so they can at least begin to call their own body home. We are the children who can't call any land on this earth home because every house we lived and loved in has thrown us out while also taking the non-existing welcome mats by the front door. So we ask, Vatan koja, khane koja, dil koja, ishq kojast. Vatan koja, khane koja, dil koja, ishq kojast. Thank you.